couple. Mario and Peach? No. Link and Zelda? No. Edward and Scissorhands? No. Chromedome and Rewind? Where's that reality show? I love the idea of Chromedome and Rewind in the comics being a couple. They're just so adorable together. Glad Titans Returns justified the partners by bringing them both new toys. Works a lot better than Blastoff and Non-Slut. This is forever burned in my brain. But going from his original character, Chromedome appreciated his life as a programmer, but then the Decepticon Nation attacked. After which, he wanted to move on to upgrade his fellow members to think a step ahead, only to end up engineering weapons of destruction. Stylor, his Titan Master and possibly third wheel, tries to bring Chromedome out of his shell more often. They try to work on each other to help one another, with an understandable bond between them. Titans Returns brings these two back, so let's take a look at the toy. Stylor, awesome name by the way, is molded in mostly red with a brown torso. No distinct paint, but the mold, aside for the head on the back, is the exact same as Brainstorm's Tesla and Blur's Hyperfire. There's more taken from the two main figures, and we'll spot them throughout. Same articulation and same tabs and ports to attach to canopies, pegs, and workable weapons. Chromedome transforms into a futuristic muscle car decked out in brown, tan, and a splash of red. As well, there's some nice paint on the hood and blue painted headlights sneaking in there. The color scheme could have been a mess or just dull, but I think there's a good balance. Just wish it was more consistent, mainly this patch here where the brown's too thin and it shows a visible tan border crack on the side. Other side seems to be fine. This really does feel like a badass 80s representation of a future car, adapting with new technology attached throughout the model, giving it this very boxy and crazy style. I mean, the back looks like an updated DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Stylor, we have to go back.
To the future?
To GameStop.
Odd choice to have the wheels in transparent plastic. Would like something more flashy, but fits the personality. And hey, a nice sized Autobot symbol this time around. At least he takes pride in who he is. You can open the canopy, but without modifying, it's a struggle to get a handle of. You'll likely have to bring out the arms to grab it, but it's on a double hinge and the Titan Master has an awesome ride. He's got holes on the side to attach weapons, or you can combine both of them and using the tabs, attach it to the top. You can also add the Titan Master on top, and don't mess with us. Chromedome is smart, but clearly shows a little attitude with this pretty impressive and imposing car. Slick for speed, but mean in a great way. Robot mode. If you've caught on, you may have noticed that Chromedome's transformation is similar to the Combiner Wars Dead End. Despite speculation, Chromedome is a completely brand new mold, but the fused result presents a pretty decent product. I mean, the toy feels a bit more chunky with the legs and torso, not to mention, I think the colors for the feet and lower legs should be reversed, but I'm not picky. Generations can change things as long as what they're representing doesn't get lost, and I think they did a fine job. The head looks closer to the IDW traditional style with the nice, almost batwing shaped ears, orange battle mask, and blue eyes. Not really into the bright red block, just doesn't really flow. There's also an alternative release for the Hasbro figure with the same head used for the Takara mold, which to me represents more of the original toy form. Hooray for options! Did someone say articulation? Ball jointed head, ball joint shoulders, rotation below elbow bend, waist rotation, ball joint hips, rotation below knee joint, and foot joint. Posability is average. I'm satisfied with the additional foot movement, but what I find really intriguing is the reuse of certain parts. Other than the base Titan Master figure, the upper legs and kneecaps come from the Brainstorm and Blur mold. Not enough to be considered a remold, but recycling is cool! Fun fact, did you know that I used to use Chromedome for size comparisons? Hey, he makes it look good! Let's take a look at the weapons! Once again, from the same toys, Chromedome reuses the same basic blaster in bright red. In addition, he also comes with a longer rifle. Even though they're not the same, it somewhat reminds me of the original toy. The longer one has a port on the top, so when you attach the weapon, it hides the opening, which is cool, but if you stack the weapons and attach it properly, this doesn't look like fun. You can attach it to the shoulder, so that's good, or plug it from the side of the gun. Can we fix it? Perhaps. If you're a fan of Chromedome, then I'd say you'll be just perfectly fine picking this up. As a toy, it's really not problematic. If anything, it's more basic, but the fact it's actually him gives some bonus points. Paint apps are fine, coloring is good, and I'm totally happy adding this guy to my collection. But if you have no connection to him, then it's pretty easy to miss out. However, I don't think there's any regrets with this toy. The power of the red thong will consume you.